2022 has gone, and right now we are approaching a new year. But what will be the big trend of the new year, and what will be the next big opportunity when it comes to DeFi and cryptocurrency? That's the big question that we will try to answer together, and we'll point to you 3 different trends that, at least in my opinion, could really make the difference in the next future, showing you also which are some of the projects that are moving at best into the direction of these trends. So stay tuned, because I will show you everything just in a moment. Just let me say, guys, that this channel is about educational content. Nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's great, but always your research before. And guys, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment to the comment section below. Let me know what is your idea about the future of crypto, DeFi, and so on, and what will be the big trend into the 2023. And guys, if you want to check also our links into the description below, where you can find our weekly newsletter, Twitter account, and so on, plus all the ways that you have to support us. And I will be really grateful if you want to do that. Okay, guys, let's start immediately. So in the last year, we had this big growth of, or better, we were coming from this big spike in 2021, and we had like the feeling that we were able to break up this resistance. The reality is that unfortunately we haven't been able to do that, and we are just struggling at 39 billion in a bear market that has been destroying all the kind of gains that we made in the previous years. But what will come next? Because if you look at the DeFi ecosystem, the reality is that even if the total value lock has gone down, the fundamentals of this ecosystem has grown. It was literally like an explosion. We have seen many new projects, many new features, and many new opportunities. And let's see what will be the driver to make the next bull run starting and growing so much. Personally speaking, I don't know when it will happen. What I think is that also talking with companies and other people that are inside the industry, and I'm just sharing what I'm listening and learning from people inside that are into this industry, and what people are saying is that it's everything about institutions. The next big cycle will be pumped by institutions. And that's something, if you have read also the Coinbase report, that's something that is quite evident. If in the past we had a majority of retailers that were trading on cryptos, right now the majority of volume is coming from institutions. And in the next future, if we will be able to solve problems like the ones that we have been talking about the other day, and I will leave the link in the right corner here, when we were talking about auditing, security, and what we need in order to make the crypto space an environment that is more reliable, if we will be able to solve it, institutions will come in and will bring the real money. Because let's be honest, it's cool to see going from 0 to 200 billion, but the reality is that 200 billion of total value locked are still pennies compared to the real financial system. And if the real financial system will come into this market, well, it will be literally an explosion. That's the reason why I truly like the direction that, for example, MakerDAO took in the last year, trying to work with banks, institutions that are using DeFi protocols to make it more reliable. Because as we have seen this year, is that CeFi like Voyager, Celsius, and many others failed, while DeFi protocols didn't. I'm not saying that DeFi protocols have already solved all the problems that they have, because that's not the truth. They still have to grow a lot and make the technology much more secure. But even right now, they have demonstrated the kind of infrastructure, the kind of idea that is behind these protocols. It is something that could be useful and could make the difference. The point is that we need, from one side, adoption, and on the other side, obviously, growing the technology. But that's the big trend that can literally pump this TVL and the value of the whole DeFi system. But what it means practically? Well, it means that if you see projects, protocols that are going to this direction, I mean, creating something that is institutional, that has an institutional grade, that has a level of reliability, that as a customer, institutions, companies Well, that's a good sign because that's the direction that we need. It's not anymore just about the DeGen protocols and so on. That was the trend of 2021 and the first part of this year, 2022. But in the next one, well, institution will play the big role. So having protocols that are going into that direction, like what has been done by MakerDAO, but you have been also seeing Aave and other protocols like the same for Uniswap, going into that direction, trying to make it more compliant from one side, but also offering services not only for retailers, but also for institutions with a really high level of reliability. Going to the second trend that I truly believe that can change everything, and it is about simplifying the experience and how the market will be accessible for new people that are coming into the industry. We still have to remind that DeFi, yes, has many users because, for example, MetaMask has grown a lot. Right now has around 30 million of active users per month, or at least according to the consensus report. But the reality is that if we compare this kind of population with the internet population, for example, we will see that we are still just a drop in an ocean. So there is much more space to grow. But in order to grow, we need to give tools, so an experience, a way to access the DeFi opportunities that is much easier. We can't expect that people are able to deal with too many steps, with too many protocols. They want something that is simple, that is automatically doing everything is possible, and it is profitable. And that's the reason why I really believe that something like indexes or ETFs could really make the difference. I'm not referring to the ETF spot that will come hopefully by the SEC in the United States. I'm talking about protocols like TokenSets or DeSyn that is still in testnet, but the kind of concept is powerful. What they are doing is bringing or giving the opportunity to people to create ETF and managing, offering the same kind of experience that you have usually when you buy an ETF. Why people are loving to buy an ETF from the market? Simply because they don't have to worry about rebalancing the portfolio. They don't have to worry if a token or a crypto or a stock is not anymore cool enough or is not producing yield enough to stay into that basket of assets. They want to have something that is easy. They are simply buying, forgetting, and getting the yield in exchange. That's the kind of experience that are looking for. And that's what ETFs brought to DeFi, like what is doing by DeSyn or TokenSets that has been doing through indexes, could literally simplify this experience. So pay attention to all the projects that are going to the direction of ETFs, indexes, and everything that simplify the user experience. Because remember, the easier, the better. Going to the last and the third trend that I know that we have been talking about many times, but I think that finally in the next year from the technology point of view, we will start seeing applications that are for real using this kind of technologies. And I'm talking about layerzero and everything that is cross-chain. I really like this other project, for example, it is Router Protocol, but there are also other projects. Let me know if I'm missing any other good and reliable cross-chain project, because that's something that I'm really interested on. Let me know it in the comment section below, or if you have any other idea about trends, ETFs, tools, institutional adoption, and so on, let me know into the comment section below. Just write me there. And what I expect in the next year, so 2023, is to see more projects finally going cross-chain. Because the point, if you are the final user, as we were discussing just a moment ago with ETFs and so on, you don't want to have hassles. You want to simply have a simple experience. You are clicking and you will get your result. You don't have to worry on which chain you are having your money. It should be completely chain agnostic. I don't know if this is something that we will reach in the next year. Probably it will take some more time to become really, for real, blockchain agnostic, but I think that in the next year, we will start seeing projects for real using this kind of technologies and this kind of solutions. Not to mention, as we will discuss in one of my next videos about the big airdrops for 2023, don't forget that all of these projects are usually starting without a token. And a big airdrop, it is usually supposed to come into the next future. So that's something that you should take in account too, because that's could be also another big opportunity to make additional yield for free. So trying to summarize, I think that the first big trend will be institutional adoption. So seeing DeFi protocols, creating something for institutions. Two, is simplifying the user experience from the point of view of ETF indexes. So giving tools to invest in one single click without having to worry about rebalancing, choosing which asset is better, but rely on the community and rely on the knowledge of someone that really knows what he is doing. And third, what I think that could be really important for next year is going cross-chain, because we have so many blockchains and we need a way to communicate from one blockchain to another one. And that's something that with any probability will start happening even in a much harder way and much more effective way during the next year. Guys, so let me know what are, in your opinion, the next big trends. Let me know into the comment section below. And I will see you soon with another video. Bye, guys.